I stacked 10,000 ounces of silver and then I sold it. Not because I lost faith in silver, not because I needed to panic sell, but because the math made sense. The strategy shifted and the metal wasn't keeping up. In this video, I'll walk you through exactly how I sold it step by step, who I sold it to, what I avoided, what I learned, and how you can apply the same business thinking if you're sitting on silver or considering selling. Let's break it down. Hello, I'm Charlie. My journey into silver actually started by accident. Back in my vending machine days, I used to check the edges of coins to find the 90% silver ones. Anything from 1964 and older was worth way more than face value. That small curiosity turned into full-blown stacking. I started with constitutional silver, dimes, quarters, half dollars, but eventually shifted to generic rounds. And then government issued stuff from Canada, China, Australia, even some of those knee-weight Darth Vader rounds. But it really accelerated when I moved into bars. Big bars, mostly 100-ounce units. It was just more efficient. Lower premiums, closer to spot, easier to stack up fast. I stored all of it myself, usually in about 10 heavy-duty shipping boxes. The size wasn't the problem. The weight was. Anyone who's moved silver knows what I'm talking about. But even while I was stacking, I was thinking ahead. I asked myself, if I needed to liquidate this quickly or strategically, how would I do it? I always believed that spot price is the real benchmark. Premiums can vanish when it's time to sell. So my buying strategy evolved around one thing: how close to spot can I get? Early on, I spoke with dealers while I was still in Columbus, Ohio. What I found was eye-opening. They didn't care what type of silver I had. Junk, eagles, bars, it was all bought at spot. That changed my buying behavior immediately. Why pay heavy premiums for silver eagles when I could get 100-ounce bars for much closer to spot and sell them for the same rate? But when I moved to Nashville, the game changed. The coin shops weren't as competitive or consistent, so I had to start testing. First sale was private. I found a mobile gold buyer through Facebook. He drove to a public parking lot to meet me, tested the bar on site, and counted out the cash. That worked for a one-off sale, but it wasn't scalable. Next, I found a local cash for gold shop. Their prices were a little lower, but the process was smoother and became more reliable. I also started checking online, and that's when I found Money Metals. They had clearly posted pricing and consistently paid more than anyone else. To sell with them online, you need to be an established customer. So I called in a sell order for a single gold Krugerrand just to get in their system. After that, I could sell anything I wanted directly through the site with no phone calls. I also tried private buyers again, Facebook and Reddit. Total waste of time. Facebook was mostly scammers or lowball offers. Reddit was all about reputation and gatekeeping. I was basically told, "You're new here, so we'll offer you half of what it's worth." Biggest pitfall I learned? Just because the spot price is high doesn't mean you'll get more. When silver spikes, everyone tries to sell. Dealers get flooded, they reduce their buy prices, spot minus $1, $2, even more. I actually made more money selling at a lower spot with better premiums than trying to time a price jump and getting hit with the fees or discounts. I tried to work with the mobile gold buyer again, but he ran out of cash. I visited some other coin shops. One wasn't worth returning to, and another one only liked gold coins and a few specific silver rounds. It was unpredictable, so I streamlined it. I built a relationship with the cash for gold shop. Eventually, I'd walk in with a sealed box of 500 rounds, and they'd cut me a check without opening it. They trusted the relationship. I consistently got spot minus $1, even when they were offering spot minus $3 to others. The rest I sold through Money Metals. I used thick UPS shipping boxes, each holding about 240 ounces. That became my standard shipment size. If Money Metals dropped below my minimum threshold, I'd take it back to the shop. Cash for gold gave paper checks, but that became an issue. After enough large checks, my bank started holding them, which ended up as 21 days. Money Metals paid electronically with an ACH transfer. Between the shipping time and processing, I was getting funds in about 5 business days, faster and more reliable. So why sell? Simple, cash flow. Those bars were doing nothing for me sitting in a box. No income, no return, and no real plan to use them anytime soon. Meanwhile, I had opportunities in front of me, income-producing assets, businesses to grow, better use of capital. I'm still holding a bit of silver. It was a fun hobby, and I don't regret the collecting. But I stopped buying over 5 years ago. Life and business evolved. And silver started to feel more like a burden than a tool. If the opportunity cost is too high, it's time to make a move. Here's what I learned. Plan your exit before you buy. Seriously, know who you're going to sell to, what they'll pay, and what type of silver they prefer. If your local shop pays best for junk silver, lean that way. If they only want bars, plan accordingly. I personally avoided collector value items, too much subjectivity. I deal in comic books and sports cards too, and I've seen how unpredictable the value can be. One person thinks it's worthless, the next thinks it's priceless. I want assets I can value and liquidate fast. And most importantly, treat your silver like inventory. If it's not growing or earning, it's tying up capital. Selling 10,000 ounces of silver wasn't a step back, it was a pivot forward. I didn't just cash out, I repositioned. Got silver? Thinking about selling? Ask your questions down below and I'll answer them all. And if you want to see where this money is going, how I'm reinvesting it for cash flow and long-term growth, subscribe to the channel. Those videos are coming next.